In today's video, we are going to deal with the new article which is called as a conical pendulum. So, before going with conical pendulum, just recall what we have learned till this article. We have learned about uniform, non-uniform circular motion, in which we know that centripetal force is required to produce uniform circular motion and centrifugal force is an impact of that centripetal force. Whenever we perform any kind of motion, normal reaction is always takes place. For example, just recall the motion of vehicle on banked road as well as on horizontal road. When vehicle is moving along the curved bank road, the weight of vehicle is nothing but the normal reaction exerted by the given surface on the vehicle. So vehicle exerts the weight in a downward direction and the normal reaction is acts in a upward direction. But this normal reaction in every case has a different structure. For example, if I have stone attached to the thread and that stone is whirled in the vertical circle or horizontal circle, then that thread will get tensed, it will get stretched, it will have tension. So that tension will nothing but the normal reaction, because when you are rotating it you are providing centripetal force. So one force is there, centrifugal force going away from the center exerting large tension on the thread or that string becomes what the normal reaction for us. In similar manner we are going to learn conical pendulum. So what is conical pendulum? First we should clear what is conical pendulum. Remember, conical pendulum is what? Nothing but a simple pendulum. Then again, what is present in the simple pendulum? A heavy point mass attached to or attached to string. Now, what should be the structure of the string? String should be inextensible. It should not get stretched because of the weight of that heavy point mass, and it should be twistless. It should not get twisted around itself. So that string should be that characteristic attached to string and suspended from rigid support is nothing but what? Simple pendulum. Then what is the basic difference between simple pendulum and conical pendulum? Then I will just show you. See, I am having a stone, small stone, a thread, and I consider my finger where I have suspended this. So now this is the simple pendulum. What has happened? The stone exerting force in a downward direction, because of that there is a tension on the string. Now if I rotate the stone such that, now what you can see here, see, stone is completing the circle. So stone is performing which motion? Circular motion. That heavy point mass is performing which motion? Circular motion. And the string is tracing the cone-like structure. The string is tracing what? Cone-like structure. So what is the conical pendulum? A simple pendulum given a motion such that its string traces the cone and object or heavy point mass completes or covers horizontal circular motion. It completes what? Horizontal circular motion. So a simple pendulum in which motion is given such that the string traces the cone and object completes the horizontal circular motion, then such arrangement is called as what? Conical pendulum. So where you can consider what are the examples of conical pendulum. In your childhood you may have enjoyed the horizontal swing, okay, in the fair. So such type of horizontal fairs in which you suppose you are sitting on the statues of horse or deers or any wild animal statues are made on which you are sitting, and one complete rotor is rotating you. In that case you are performing which motion? Circular motion, but the string on which that animal statue of those animals are tied or that chain is nothing but performing cone. Hence you are in the motion of conical pendulum. So here we are dealing the conical pendulum as because it is part of the circular motion. So consider let m be the mass of that object. Say r is the radius of that circle which is traced by the stone. So radius of circle or circular path. Say it is moving with velocity v. So say v is the velocity of that object by which it is moving. So mass is there, velocity is there, and r is there. And finally say omega be the angular velocity. Omega be the angular velocity of that object. Okay. Now when that object is suspended like this, the weight of object is in a downward direction, but I can experience some force acting here because of the string. That string is trying to stretch it. So let T be the tension acting on the string. Finally say T be the tension acting on string and theta be the angle made by string with vertical. Theta be the angle made by string with what? Vertical. So if this is the initial straight position and when that it is performing conical motion, this angle is theta everywhere. Now consider any point A where we are going to discuss what is going to happen. Now logically, suppose I have suspended it in a downward direction like this. It is at rest. Then weight in a downward direction and tension in upward direction. They are directly balancing each other. So here weight downward direction and tension in upward direction. They are balancing each other, no inclination is there. But now this is the actual position of weight now. So tension in the string is again resolving into two parts. So if tension in the string is directed towards this point of suspension, then it should be resolved into two parts, t cos theta and t sin theta according to the vectors. If this is angle theta, this will also angle theta. Component along the angle is cosine component and component opposite to angle is what? Sine component. So let the tension acting on the string is resolved into tension acting on the string is resolved into say t cos theta, vertical component of tension. Okay guys, this you are well familiar with this. T sin theta, horizontal component. Now vertical component and horizontal component are, I will just put this, I don't need this now. T cos theta, vertical component, and T sin theta is what? Horizontal component of the tension. Now as you can see, T cos theta is vertically upward. Vertical component, it is directed vertically upward. It has to balance the weight which is in a downward direction. So I can simply say here that the component T cos theta balances weight of object, weight of that object. So if I want to write the equation, I can write the equation as therefore T cos theta is equals to mg. Okay, so this is equation number 1. Now secondly, you can see that T sin theta is toward the center of the circle. What part of the force when it is directed toward the center of the circle, then we call it the centripetal force. So the component T sin theta provides necessary centripetal force for circular motion. Okay, it provides what? Necessary centripetal force for circular motion. So I can write therefore T sin theta can be equal to mv square upon r. Say this is equation number 2. Now Every part of the theoretical description is done here. We just need to explore it mathematically. So for that, dividing equation 2 by 1, so we will get t sin theta upon t cos theta divided by mv square upon r divided by mg. See, t get cancelled, sin theta upon cos theta, we know it is what? Tan theta is equals to, now m get cancelled and this r will be shifted to the denominator, so it is what? V square upon rg. Therefore v square equal to, I can say it is rg into tan theta, or v equal to root of rg tan theta. Using this formula, I can find the velocity of, or the speed of that conical pendulum. If I know the radius, I can find the speed. Now, to find the angular velocity, we know that what is v equal to, so I'll just, but if you remember, v equal to what? R into omega. So replacing in this first equation, what we will get? Therefore, we will get r square omega square. V square is what? V is what? R omega. So V square will be r square omega square equal to rg into. Now see the tan theta. If this is angle theta, this is side what? Radius. This will be the radius, and this will be the height of the cone, and this will be the length of the string. Okay. So tan theta is equals to opposite upon adjacent. So it is radius upon height. So r upon h. Okay. So can you see there, r into r become r square. This r square and this r square will get cancelled. So finally, what we are going to get there? We will get omega square is equals to g upon h. Therefore, omega is equals to under root of g upon h. This is the formula to find angular speed of conical pendulum. This formula gives the angular velocity, angular speed of conical pendulum. Now, using this, one can find period of conical pendulum. You know the definition of period. Say period of conical pendulum. To find this, I will just indicate it by T1, as we have used T for this tension. Let's denote it by T1 or T dash, whatever you can use there. What is period? Time required to complete one rotation. So it starts from point A, rotates in anti-clockwise direction and comes to point A again. Then the time for that will be called as what? Period. So what is the basic formula for period? We know that we have the formula for period is given by t equal to 2 pi upon omega. Substituting this value, 2 pi upon omega. What is omega? Is root of g upon h. On simplification, it is a t1. On simplification, I will get t1 equal to 2 pi root of, see, h will be shifted to the numerator, so it is g upon h. Sorry. It will be what? H upon g. This will be the formula for period of conical pendulum, but we don't want that formula in terms of height. Better we can convert it directly in terms of the length. So to convert this, it is again simple. See, this radius one can find, this height one can find. So if this is the right angle triangle, this triangle, so it is suspended from point S, then O, and this is A. So in triangle OSOA, in right angle triangle, we can have in diagram we can say cos theta is equals to h upon L, implies h can be equal to L cos theta. So replacing this value, we will get T1 can be equal to root of 2 pi, T1 can be equal to 2 pi in root of L cos theta upon G. If theta is very small, then cos theta is almost equal to what? 1. So if it is 1, then it will be like T1 equal to 2 pi root of L upon G. Then conical pendulum is going to convert into which pendulum? Simple pendulum. Okay guys, now this was the formula for period of conical pendulum, and from the formula you can say that the period of conical pendulum depends upon length, depends upon the acceleration due to gravity, depends upon the angle made by the string with the vertical, but it does not depend upon the mass of the object. So whatever mass you connect with the same string, I showed you that small stone. Instead of that stone, if I made the bunch of the stones in one bag, and if I connect the same string, same thread, then still the period will remain same. Okay. Now, one term that you can find out using these two equations, that is called tension. Tension acting on the string. To find the tension, you can square and add this both the equation. So you will get t square cos square theta plus t square sin square theta equal to mg whole square plus mv square upon r whole square. T square common, in bracket you will get cos square theta plus sin square theta, and that is equals to 1. If I put value of v, this one v square have rg tan theta, and tan theta is what, r upon h, then how will I get m v square is what, rg tan theta, but what is tan theta, r upon h divided by r. So, and whole square. See what we'll get, 1 r get cancelled, m into g can be taken out. So in short I will write t square equal to mg whole square plus, mg square can be taken out, so in bracket I will get 1 will be remain from here plus r upon h will be remain, and its square is there. So this can be the equation for tension acting on the string. Okay, now this is the period of conical pendulum. See, this is very simple article. What we are interested to keep in mind in this article is that the components, tension component, vertical upward component has to balance the weight, and the component towards the center of the cone has to provide the necessary centripetal force. Rest all formulas are simple. The first formula A gives the formula for linear velocity, formula B gives the value of angular velocity, formula C gives the value of period of conical pendulum, and this also can be another formula, formula D. I hope you understood this article. Thanks for watching mahasarkar.co.in. Have a nice day.